my friends, we're just sitting here and we're drinking again.
Hello, I'm Michael.
I'm Justin.
We're Beer on the Keyboard, and this is Good Places to Have a Beer in Super Mario Sunshine. Hey, buddy, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing excellent, actually. Was playing a lot of this game the other night, just on the principle of like getting my bearings again, I guess, because it's been a little bit since I played this. But it seemed like a perfect place to, go and look for places to have a beer.
I mean, it's like a tropical vacation.
Yeah, the whole game is kind of a tropical vacation, and it's kind of fascinating too because you know how most Mario games have this common theme of grassland, desert land, fireland, etc., and this place is all just tied to the central theme of tropical paradise, which is kind of interesting. Of course, there's smaller sub-themes within each of the levels that you go to, but overall, it's all kind of together in the same thing. I really do like this game, though. It's a lot of fun. I mean, here's the thing about this. The moveset and the physics get a little janky sometimes, like especially compared to Mario 64, where it was just so tight. But in this game, it's a little loosey-goosey. Just everything you do has this weird kind of feel to it, especially if you're really used to playing 64. However, it just makes up for it with just so much charm and everything just being so alive. And, like, graphically, it's not, the best game. It's a couple generations old at this point. But, boy, do they do some great things with the art style. Because even looking out in the distance, you see these wavy lines that indicate how hot it is and everything.
I mean, yeah. So the art style itself, I really enjoy. Just all around, its overall aesthetic is nice. Because you've got look, he's got a freaking Hawaiian shirt on.
I know, you can even dress him up. Even without
shades.
even without the Hawaiian shirt, he's actually wearing short sleeves under his overalls for a change.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's showing some bare skin, which is a little risque, but whatever.
This is pre-nipples Mario from Mario Odyssey, so yeah, for sure.
No, it helps set the vibe, but also you look at it, just everything is vibrant. It feels very tropic.
It does, and compared to the kind of liminal space that Mario 64 had, where everything just felt kind of dead and like static. Yeah, this
stagnant.
Even. Yeah,
I
for
would
sure.
say.
This feels like it's just so full of life. Like this little dude, we've been watching him running around for a while now.
Yeah.
And there's like other people that we'll go and check out here too. I mean, honestly, the good place to start this is right here in the hub world, because I think there's some great spots where you can go grab a drink here. So we're just going to take you through a few little spots here in Delfino Plaza first.
Yeah, let's go have some beers.
Yeah. So first of all, I started here just because, I mean, it's this central square and it has this cool statue. And I've always looked at this statue and said to myself, like, who the fuck is this guy? Is he like this island's version of like King Kamehameha? You know what I mean? Like, he's got kind of that Hawaiian vibe to him. I mean, they all wear grass skirts, but he's got the grass skirt and like the big chain and everything. Like, I don't know. It's just kind of interesting. And it looks like he's looking off in the distance, and it looks like he's kind of aimed over there toward, kind of aimed toward Pina Island, which is where they have the amusement park, which is a little side island.
Yeah, let me see the statue again. From this angle. It does look like he is kind of looking past
A little
that.
past that, yeah, maybe out in the horizon
Out
there.
in the distance there.
Mhm.
Like, it does draw your attention.
Yeah, you want to follow his like line of sight. Like, what are you looking at over there, bud?
Yeah.
Yeah. And is he like saluting, or is this like, is his hand up to cover his eyes from the sun, or like I don't know. It's an interesting pose, an interesting statue. It's just kind of cool world building that doesn't really get like elaborated on much.
You don't get the information because you don't know where to get the information, the historical information on a statue, and you're like, that's a cool statue. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm here, and I don't get that. I'm not doing the tourist stuff.
Right. And there would be like a plaque or something on this statue, probably in the front of it here, where this warp is. But
It's a giant M paint.
yeah. But you don't, obviously it's either covered up or just non-existent. Yeah, interesting though. Anyway, so we're going to go around the corner here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Of course, a good place to stop if you're on a tropical vacation is all these little street vendors.
Yeah, and nothing screams the tropics quite like sliding around like a penguin.
Right.
Wait, what?
Tummy bounces.
I guess you're bouncing and not sliding, so it is like a penguin on hot concrete.
Yeah. But I love these little fruit vendors here. I mean, obviously they each have something to say, and they're all slinging their
Something to
wares.
say, something to sell.
And I mean, you see all these little windows and doorways and stuff in the buildings here, and you're like, some of these are their houses, but you also know some of these are probably like little bars and little places to go to, little
Sure.
cantinas and
Little
stuff.
shops and all sorts. Yeah. Hey, buy my wares. Buy my wares. You like what I have to sell? Come inside. Have something to eat.
Exactly. And then
Or
you,
however they speak. I don't care. Give them an accent. It doesn't matter.
it doesn't. And then
I'm gonna use so many different styles of speech for the everyone.
Oh,
just
yeah.
So you guys are prepared for that.
I'm sure. But yeah, I mean, it's also this beachfront area.
Oh my
too.
gosh! Look at you be Mario and just invade their space entirely.
It's also this little beachfront area here too, so it's like it's even a better spot to grab a drink, right? Get yourself some fresh fruit, go in, grab something, go chill out here on the beach.
I go sit under an umbrella or not because you're like I really need the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one thing I really like what they did with Delfino Plaza here is they made it very open. It seems like it's a lot bigger than Peach's Castle in 64. Just the places you can run around and the things you can do. I love jumping on rooftops in video games. So the fact that not only do they let you do that, but they actively encourage it by putting little secrets and even like warps to levels, like that's what that pipe is over there
Yeah.
on the rooftops, is fucking awesome to me. But also they add some like weird little details too on the rooftops. I'm gonna just run over here.
I like the color of that pipe. by the
Oops.
way.
Oop. The red pipe there.
Yeah, the red pipe tube pipe tube pipe.
Tube. Traveling tubes.
That's a me, Mario.
So
I like this.
I love this flag. First of all, I love how it's moving. They actually didn't make it like static. They actually had this
Yeah.
little wave effect to it. But like, what is this? Is this like their national flag of like Isle Delfino or what? And it looks like there's some text on there, but it looks like it's in a different language or something. Like, I don't know. The whole thing is just interesting to me. Again, it's more like weird little lore building. Like maybe is this a picture of the dude who's in the statue in the main square?
Likely.
And likely to me too.
And he's got the sun rays around him, so he's obviously looking up at the sun. They worship the sun here.
I feel like they do have a sun worshipping religion because even
Because those look like sun rays coming off.
Yeah.
He looks like a sun in this, but it also looks like it is probably him with a little crown on him. And same guy in the statue. And that guy, he's looking towards where the sun rises. Maybe that's what he's looking at.
could be, yeah. Actually,
So
good
this
call.
This is me just world building.
Yeah.
This world that they've already built.
Yeah, and I feel like they do probably worship the sun because these little motes that you collect, as opposed to stars in this one, power stars in Super Mario 64, there's shine sprites in this one, and as you collect more of them, more and more sunlight comes back to the island.
Yeah.
So these feel like maybe little personifications of the sun or little sun spirits or something.
I also like that it's on top of this little like tower prison that where that's definitely where the princess is. Cause I can see inside that entirely. There's no way to get up in there.
Yeah, right.
Like the way to get in there is through a floor hatch that is locked from the other side, and if you have someone up there, they're trapped there.
Yeah.
Unless they can throw down their hair.
A prison or a watchtower.
Sure, that sounds more reasonable.
Yeah.
But we're in a realm where princesses exist, and you lock princesses in towers.
Princesses get kidnapped very often in this world, yeah.
So
And that's like kind of the last thing I wanted to touch on while we're here is the fact that it kind of creates a bigger universe. I almost feel like Super Mario Sunshine has this effect of zooming out on the Mushroom Kingdom a little bit more, where it's like, hey, there's more than just the Mushroom Kingdom.
So yeah,
There is this whole world where other things and other countries and places exist.
So yeah, so you had mentioned before also like how you in Mario games you get like the different types of realms that they've got, where it's like it's a grassland, fucking desert, it's an iceland, all of that. Not our Iceland, very green there.
Different from real life Iceland.
Yeah, more like Greenland.
It's an Iceland, it's not Iceland.
Yeah. It's very Greenland adjacent
Yeah.
because it's covered with ice. So no, but this game is like, oh, but also here's the tropic world that you haven't seen or visited before, and we're just gonna do a whole game of that.
There's a whole ass game about it. Yeah.
It does. It really does make it the not just the universe. I mean, it makes the world itself bigger, as opposed to the entirety of the universe that it exists in.
Right.
It gives you more insight on that universe in the world aspect.
Agreed. And I mean, furthermore, too, I feel like that it's a really bold choice from Nintendo to try to attempt something like that. Like, we wouldn't see this game by a modern Nintendo, because it's such a bold choice to just be like, we're going to base this entire game off of this one type of biome and not really have Mario explore, like, you know, like you said, the titular, like we were both saying, the titular ice worlds and grasslands, deserts, volcanoes, all that. Well, there's a volcano in this game, but you know what I mean, like, you know, whole fire worlds, that kind of stuff. Instead, it's like, no, it's all based around one central theme, and
I mean,
deal with it.
that's the reason why they went with the tropics, because they're like, that's great vacationing, and also you can't have Mario game without the spicy marinara, so we can still get the spicy marinara.
Yeah,
no
right.
Problems.
We can get the volcano spewing out the spicy
We
marinara
can-
because that's how islands are made.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for the most part. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys the next place I want to go to. Enough of this Delfino Plaza. You gotta get out of the capital when you're going on vacation, you know?
Yeah, I do have to mention. I also like the bell tower. The top of the bell tower there is I think is a nice place to hang out and have a few drinks. Probably shouldn't have ran out. You were already up over there, but yeah, you know, you and your dumb college buddies are like, I bet we can get up to the top of that and have some beers. And you do.
Yeah. There's something kind of weird I noticed about the bell tower, too. I'm not going to go back there, but you guys can check it out yourselves if you have this game. There's like a satellite dish that's on top of that, which is like kind of interesting because it's the only place that you see like a satellite dish in the whole city. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of weird. Like, is that their only means of like communication with the outside world, or is it like an intra-island communication? Like, we see this news scroll on the bottom here, the emergency broadcast service. Maybe it's responsible for that. Like, maybe that tower is like a weather tower of some sort. Maybe
Yeah.
the bell in the old days was used to alert people when there was like a hurricane or something coming.
Yeah.
And now they use the satellite dish.
Have the satellite dish that just keeps you updated, and they still ring the bell probably too.
More than likely.
They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, we've got a tsunami. Whew.
Yeah.
We got a tsunami coming in. I almost said tsunami. I don't know what I was about
I thought
to
you
say.
almost said Tucanomi.
Tsunami. Good friend of ours. There's a tsunami on. We're on watch,
Yeah.
everybody.
More world building. Yeah. Next
Anyways,
place. Okay, so this is Rico Harbor. In particular, the Rico Harbor Fish Market, which you find in episode 8 of this level. I think this place is, well, maybe you find it earlier than that, but I know I'm in episode 8. This is obviously a cool little spot. This whole level is rad. Like, it's got all this like housing where these people live, but it also has all this industry going on. These big shipping containers and big freight ships and stuff like that. And there's just some really cool like details and world building in this area. But obviously, you can get a beer in a neighborhood like this, right?
oh yeah, absolutely. Like this is where this is where you go when you travel. You do it the right way, where you're like, okay, but I need to find like those neighborhoods, those working neighborhoods, those areas, so I can go get a beer that doesn't cost me half of my funds.
Right. Yeah. They tend to jump up the price
For the tourist
for touristy areas. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. This is not a touristy area. This is just where people live and work and that sort of thing. It's like, yeah, that's where I want to go hang out, because also you get to meet the locals a little bit better. Not that the locals don't spend time in those touristy areas.
Right.
They, however, when they're there, they're going out to spend more and do a little bit more, not just their everyday life.
Right, they're getting dressed up, they're going out, they're making a date of it.
Yeah. Whereas you're there, you're also making a day of it,
Yeah.
whatever, in that aspect. Whereas this, it's like, no, I'm gonna be here for a while. I'm on vacation. I want to just like go relax and
Yeah.
relax how the normies do.
So I think there's 3 schools of thought when it comes to being on vacation. I think that, and you don't have to be locked into one of these. Even in the same vacation, you can be all 3 of these.
Always.
And it is,
Personal.
and it is.
I don't even know what you're going to say, and I'm just like, yes.
don't put yourself in one little box. Everyone, get out there.
It's fun.
But I think the first one is hanging out with the locals, trying to get a local vibe, being a part of the customs, immersing yourself in the culture is one big school of thought. I think the other ones are kind of having an entertainment sort of vacation where you go out for a particular purpose. You want to be entertained. You want to have an experience. This is like when you go to casinos or amusement parks and stuff like that. And then the last one is you want to be pampered. You want rest and relaxation. You want to go to a spa. You want to order room service, that kind of stuff. And like I said, you don't need to lock yourself into any of these. You can be all 3 of these in the same vacation, in the same place even.
Yes.
There's different things to do.
And I recommend you do it because, like, when people are like, oh, I like to visit places, but I hate, I hate the touristy things. I'm like, I love the touristy things. That's where
Touristy things can be fun sometimes.
That's where you get your history. Like, a museum is a touristy thing, but it's more than just that.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Like seeing the Leaning Tower of Pisa or the Colosseum, touristy destinations, right?
Yeah.
But also things that are very rich with history and culture.
like, check that stuff out.
Yeah.
Just, like, even if local, there are going to be locals that are like, yeah, that exists, and I see it every day, and I grow up around it. They're still going to be like, yes, there is definitely history around
Every once
that.
in a while, I think those locals still look up at things like that and be like, damn,
Yeah, they're like,
that's fucking crazy. That's been around for 2,000 years.
yeah,
That's
they're like,
impressive.
that still exists. That's
Yeah.
a thing. Like,
I know I would.
Like, there's,
I mean, we're both Americans and we see old shit in the United States and we're just like, damn.
yeah.
You know, and we've also both been to Europe and we've seen that shit and just been, damn.
It's there's nothing wrong with those. You're keeping yourself away from a world that you don't need to.
Exactly.
A world of experience and just enjoyment that you don't need to when you put yourself in a mindset where, like, no, I don't do that.
Yeah.
Because it's too much this, and it's like, well, come on.
Yeah.
I don't do certain things because that's too much murder. Like, other than that.
Fair.
Other than that, I'm pretty open to the world and what it has to offer and experience.
For sure. We're going to delve into the into the philosophy of vacations effectively
Yeah,
throughout the course of this episode.
Can't help it.
Yeah,
We're talking vacation.
exactly.
So, I like again, you can tell even more that this is definitely just like an industrial area
Mhm.
because they've got they're like, this is fruits. This is where fruits. This is we do the fruit stuff here.
Yeah, I was actually going to bring this up as like kind of some more world building because these big fruit silos, it seems like, I mean, this looks like it's a corporate logo or something, right?
Yeah,
The fruits logo on here. This looks very corporate, right?
it's a very cool corporate logo.
It is a very cool corporate logo, yeah. Like
They
it
serve-
reminds me of the Fruitopia. Remember those?
Oh, I remember.
Well, it's a little like the Fruitopia logo, but anyway. So yeah, these are big fruit silos, and it kind of builds the world to be up to being this like that's their primary export, right? Because if it's in this industrial / commercial area, and they have these huge silos filled with fruit, then one must assume that's what they're exporting or that's what they're shipping around with these big container ships.
Right.
You don't see, lumber out here, and the fish seems to be being sold in these stalls over here. It's probably just like local fishermen. They're not exporting that. They're exporting their fruit.
No, the fish that they're selling is it's all internal sales for the fish. They're not exporting the fish.
Yeah, it's what the Pianta eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fruit?
Piantas. I'm not sure how you pluralize that.
Piantai?
Piantai, yeah, maybe. Anyway, though, heading kind of through this
Don't
area.
actually pianai.
Heading through this area, though, I like this combination of all this like industry and this machinery and these moving parts. It's a little like Womp's Fortress in 64. where it has all this moving parts going on, but it also has this like great amount of nature here. Like there's a lot of natural beauty, even though it has all this stuff going on. There's no pollution in the water. It's all just it's all crystal clear blue water, and you got even these Pianta kids playing in it. They're in the little rubber duckies and everything.
I'll
their
show
little
you
duck inner
how
tubes.
clean and safe the water is.
Exactly.
As Fruits cares about the waters and the world around them.
Yeah.
Fruits.
Fruits. Fruits TM. So I like this little area
It's
here.
Not trademark, it's too much.
It's too much fruit. I like this little area here because if you're going to get a beer in Rico Harbor, like you want to party with these guys, right?
Oh, absolutely. Look at them. They're dancing.
They're like longshoremen or whatever who are like done with their shift for the day. One of them's got a ukulele out. He's busting out some tunes.
Ukulele.
And he's got, we have this like little, kind of even a seedy looking area. You know what I mean? It's like they got this warehouses and these fishing boats and stuff like that. I'm surprised there's nobody shooting dice around this corner.
I was like, there's some bad shit that happens over here.
Right? This is a nasty corner over here. But
There's a reason children aren't playing over there.
yeah.
Just saying.
If you keep your head on a swivel, though.
Fruits, shit happens.
If you keep shut up. If you keep your head on a swivel, though, I think this would be a cool area to hang out with. Really immerse yourself in the locals and stuff. I gotta say too, I love all the vehicles in this level.
So I mean,
It's so cool. There's so much stuff going
right.
on.
And that's the other thing is like they've got all this stuff. You go and like you're hanging out with them. You're like, can I see one of your boats?
Yeah,
can
right.
Can I get on a boat? They're like, yeah, come check it out. Come hang out. Let me give you a grand tour of it.
Yeah.
Having a few beers, they'll be all for it.
Yeah, you got these big freight boats, and then there's the fishing canoes up there. Obviously, we got this rad yellow submarine, and then there's this looks like a little yacht or something. This is definitely like a pleasure boat. This is not a commercial vessel.
Docked up over here, but it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, this is clearly somebody's personal. Yeah, like you said, a yacht. Also, yellow submarine. Shout out to the Beatles. Clearly there.
The Attles.
I'm
Then
saying that right.
the last place here too is this rad little heliport, and it's got this little helicopter on it. I don't know. I just like all this stuff. I think that there's a lot of good places to go grab a drink here in Rico Harbor.
There are.
When I first opened this level up, when I was kind of just messing around with this game last night, I was like, I don't think there's going to be much here. It just seems too commercial and industrial. But now I'm like, after playing through it a little bit last night, I was like, dude, this place has the most charm. I like this area.
This place is great. Also, this place is very much like this is all the stuff I just built with my Legos to make a little area like this.
Oh, for real, yeah.
Like, yeah, here's my heliport. Like, why do you have a heliport
Why not have a heliport?
over the water? And it's like, shut up. That's why.
It's like no way to get to the like the residential area either. It's just like this platform out in the middle of nothing.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Like,
when
why
you
do
think
you have
about
that? You're like, shut up. That's why.
it. Yeah, shut up. All
Because
right.
I can.
All right, off to the next place. All right, and here we are in Gelato Beach, which is the biggest beach on Isle Delfino. And I mean, why do you go to a tropical vacation, right, man?
For gelato.
I mean, I do love gelato.
Oh, wait, no. To hang out on a beach?
To go to beaches, yeah, of course.
Like,
And this beach actually gives us a few different options of cool places to go and grab a drink. Right here we have I believe it's called the Surf Cabana or Sand Cabana. Yeah, that's right, Sand
I
and
won't
Surf.
say like this immediately. I'm just like, yeah, I want to have a drink right now. I
Yeah.
see these steps and this whole setup, and I'm like, can we go get a drink right here?
Yeah, and so there's kind of this
Oh yeah, we literally can.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a register and everything. There's like some cool little details in here. This is like a running joke. This Sand Cabana though throughout the course of this level, because in every episode the sign will say something like a little different, and there's never anyone here. And I have like this personal headcanon that the other cabana I'll show you, which is in a way cooler location, is like running this one out of business effectively.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But
I would still come here. I would make myself a drink and I would leave money and be like, but probably after I visit the other one.
yeah, for sure.
I'd visit there and I'd be like, oh, that's fucked up. Okay, yeah, I'll go make myself a drink. And
Yeah.
also, here's me paying for it.
It's a cool little spot though, and it has like
This is great. I love this.
There's a really rare like level of liminality in this space compared to other places in Mario Sunshine, because Mario Sunshine is way more active and lively, and compared to 64 at least. And like this is a weird empty space. It's like walking into an empty restaurant, right?
I mean, this is.
But it looks cozy. It looks comfortable.
It is a very, like you said, it is extremely empty. But it's inviting. Like I'm like, oh yeah, let's go up there. And you walk up and you're like, yeah, I can get a drink here. Oh, there's no one here. There's nothing here.
Ding the bell. Bing bing. Where is everybody?
I'd be awesome if there's a little bell on the counter, even if you couldn't ding it, just like
Just that little level of
visual.
detail. Yeah.
it was there, and you're like, oh wow,
So
something horrible happened. It was an emergency, and they just had to run out. They couldn't even flip the sign to close.
yeah. So a little more lore building too is there's a lot of like regional festivals in this game. There's a lot of places where all the episodes that you're playing in that level will lead up to some sort of like festival scenario. And in this one, it's the Watermelon Festival where they have this watermelon contest where
Look
who
at the
can get
size
the
of those
biggest.
melons.
Those are big melons, right? And and there's Dude Sisters. You guys probably, I mean, I didn't mention them, but they're in Rico Harbor too. They actually like make appearances all over the game. And yeah, here's the other little cabana. This is the Surf Cabana, which also a great spot, right? The happening place. This is
Lively is all get out. It is happening.
yeah, it's hosting the Watermelon Festival, and they're pretty stoked. And it's, I don't know, this place is like, look at this. How can you not sit right here?
I'm sorry, you're out over the water.
Yeah, and not just fucking enjoy yourself, right? There's like a coral reef right over here. Like, come on.
So I'd be like, yeah, I want to do all of these things. I want to get pampered. I want to see the historical and hang out with the locals. I'd find this spot, and I'd find myself, I would spend the majority of my vacation sitting in that chair, staring out there while drinking.
Right?
Like that's literally what because I am just an old man who likes to sit and stare.
Yeah. Oh, I love sitting and staring. It's the
Yeah.
best. And I love the interconnectivity of Isle Delfino as well. Like you can always see Pina Park from a lot of different locations, and then sometimes you can see other levels you go to, other cities, I guess I should say.
Other landmarks from the other,
Yeah, and on the coastline.
Because it's it's an archipelago.
I mean,
Archipelago.
there's a lot of islands in the intro sequence when they're flying into Delfino Island. It kind of shows this radar screen on Peach's private jet, and it shows like a lot of different islands, all also shaped like animals.
Right.
But Isle
you-
Delfino is like the crown jewel of this
yeah,
island
like,
chain.
and
Yeah.
you're on there, and so you can see things. You're on an island.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's the cool thing about the ocean is there isn't a lot of stuff to get in your way, so you can see forever. At least until the horizon.
That's forever. That's what forever looks like.
Really?
That's how you know the world is flat. There's nothing.
It just stops, right?
Yeah, it just quits.
There is like a gentle curvature they add in too. It's kind of, I don't know. It's nice skybox, just pretty. This game has pretty art design.
It is a pretty game. That is
And
definitely true.
while both cabanas are cool, I really like this one, and I really like the idea of there being like a little watermelon festival you can go to. I would totally go to Gelato Beach and go to the watermelon festival.
Same.
Although I do have this one little caveat. I talked to this lady right here. People who eat watermelon with salt sprinkled on it are not allowed in the contest. Nope, strictly forbidden. Why? I don't know. That's just a rule we've always had.
Oh no. Well,
I like a little salt on the watermelon, though.
that's fine. I won't
It's nice.
sprinkle. No, I won't sprinkle salt. I'll bring my own bottle of tahini, and that's what I will have
Oh,
on
there you
my
go.
watermelon.
Also good, yeah. What do you guys put on your watermelon? You guys
If
go-
anything, dude, a
Let
little
us-
balsamic vinegar.
Oh, I like balsamic on watermelon. Yeah, it's a great combo.
And just, you know.
Also,
Look,
just nothing is good too. I just like watermelon, man.
Yeah,
I'll put
it-
nothing on there, but I'll also put stuff on there. I don't know. It's good. It's a good fruit.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments. Anyway, next place. All right, and here we have the third type of vacation spot, like I was talking about back in Rico Harbor, where you want it to be pampered and be in the lap of luxury. And this is, of course, the Grand Hotel Delfino, which is on the very scenic Serena Beach. I used to hate this level as a kid. I felt like it was a little empty. And,
that's what you're looking for when you're being pampered.
oh, 100%.
You want that silence, that peace, that quiet.
There was also a lot of like the first episode of this level is really difficult too.
Oh, so that doesn't add to
And
it.
it's-
As a child, you're like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass. but this perpetual sunset that it's in is fucking rad. I love this, and god damn it, if that isn't a beautiful fucking sunset, I'll say. For GameCube graphics, this is awesome to look at.
This is a great sunset.
And I mean, the hotel itself has some great architecture. Looks like a big ass cabana, basically. And right here is, a little drink stand outside where you can get yourself a little cocktail or something. I'll drink to that too. And there's a lot of other little things out here. The hotel itself is cool. I'm going to go into it here in a second. But just the hotel grounds are so nice. There's the mosaic tile work and fountains and torches. I was always kind of enamored with this little area too. When I was playing around last night, I was like, what a cute little fucking fountain and little garden. This is so cool.
This is a great little area. I was going to say, I love the sunflower fucking, like...
But definitely sunflowers, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And some other ones, some daffodils or something. I don't know. I'm not a flower guy.
Those are daffodils. Oh, shit. They are also a type of flower we have in our universe. I can't think of what they're called. Let me know in the comments.
Yeah.
So I feel
you guys
like
let us know, yeah.
But yeah, I was like, oh, I like that little like flower just centerpiece that you see, and it's like, oh, that would be nice. As is like that, because they've got the step down so you can sit down and look at that, but then they've got this little fountain over here that's also like, damn, you're really adding.
Kind of reminds me of like a Roman bath.
The mosaic tile work, it is very similar to a Roman bath. The mosaic tile work that they have is also very great.
What is this? Oh, that's fishy. It's a little fishy. Yeah.
Thought it was moose head.
I love too, in this view, just going back to this view again, I love how the skybox isn't static. You can see the Ferris wheel on Peanut Park going in a circle.
Yeah, it's moving.
Yeah, super cool. And oh god, I love torches too. I love this little like there should be a fountain here, but instead it's like a big torch, and I'm like, that's the raddest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like how cool would that be? You walk up to your hotel and there's this big is it a brazier basically?
A brazen?
A brazier? I don't know how to pronounce that. A brazier. Brazier. It's a brazier?
Brazier?
I think it's a brazier. I think it's a hard A, yeah.
I'm not, no.
I was like, don't need to look it up. Doesn't matter.
No.
We're just enjoying the vibes.
But I mean, I think it's great too. Like it's a fountain at its finest because it's a fire fountain. Fountains are fucking phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
I know phenomenal doesn't start with an F, but come on, guys. The sound was illiterate, and that's the most important part.
Yeah, there's the Dude Sisters again, by the way.
Yeah, look at that.
After I pointed them out once, I gotta point them out every time.
Also a vibe. It's a good place to have a beer.
Oh, yeah. Just right there on the beach or right here in one of these chairs. Watching the sunset.
yeah.
Damn. Like, this is, lap of luxury. This is views. This is getting pampered.
It's a sort of thing too. Like it's a hotel where like you could go on a vacation. Like if you're going to just have a pampered vacation and you're going for 2 days. Like yeah, I could easily spend 2 days here
at a hotel on the grounds.
Because this hotel has everything I need. I don't have to leave the hotel at all.
I imagine the hotel probably caters to the locals too. You might get a discount or something like that if you're a local. And you do a little
fruits,
do a little staycation,
Absolutely. Like if you work for Fruits, you definitely
Fruits Inc.
Yeah, they definitely
the mega conglomerate.
They definitely have like employees get discounts and a stay a year or something along those lines.
Okay, so here's a point that I kind of made to myself yesterday. As cool as the torches are outside, there is a lot of open flame in this hotel.
I feel like there's almost too many.
It's a little much here. Yeah.
It looks cool. It would look cooler if maybe I couldn't see the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like if this were like 2-story open up.
Yeah, like a huge vaulted ceiling here in the lobby, and I'd be kind of cool with these, but these are kind of close to the ceiling there.
And maybe it's just because I'm old. I don't think that's the case, though. It just feels unsettling.
Because of our day job, we're always thinking about OSHA fire codes and shit.
Right.
But obviously, hotel bars, great place. There's a little spot right here. This guy looks like he's serving fruit and stuff, but I'm sure you can grab a drink here as well. And
the fruit are just the vessels for which the liquor is served in.
Yeah, exactly. And how cool!
Perfect.
How cool is this fucking hotel lobby? Like, ignoring the torches for a second, like
Oh, again,
if it
even
had
with
these
the
like
torches,
walkways and stuff like that, it's like you're going into like a rad tiki bar or something.
It is, yeah, it's very cool. And I like the pool, the moat
Mm-hmm.
that's there, and all of that. And the torches aren't terrible, except for when you are just looking straight on and you can feel the ceiling above you. I'm like, that fire is too close to the ceiling. It's not just the like hazards of it that for me. It's also the
It's probably a little smoky
the
and hot.
heat's going to
yeah.
be radiating the smoke. Like the smoke's going to be billowing up that one little.
Yeah, there's this little
area.
hole here with this like totem pole
But it's
looking
also going
thing.
to just give it a bit of a uncomfortable feel. It's hot enough outside. I don't
Oh,
want it
yeah.
to be that hot. It's going to be hot in there.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be very warm in
Not
there.
open up enough
Yeah.
to have that much fire in there.
Totally agree. Anyway, let's go to the casino, and that'll be the last place in Serena Beach.
Yeah, let's check
Serena
out-
Beach? Serena Beach. I don't know.
Serrano?
I don't think it's Serrano Beach.
Yeah, that makes sense. Not spicy enough, even though there was a lot of fire involved.
So here in the casino, the world's big. Oh, look at I'm making it spin. The world's biggest, world's biggest fucking roulette table, which is cool.
This
Look at
is
the
cool.
ceiling though, too. How rad is that?
Oh, that's really cool. Seriously, that's a really cool.
What does this remind you of?
Sure.
We both been there.
Wait, what? Fremont Street.
Fremont Street in Las Vegas.
Yeah,
That's right.
absolutely.
I know it's got the same kind of vibe. I was kind of poking around the casino the other night, and I was like, casino's kind of lame. Like there isn't much going on. There's just like slot machines and stuff. The roulette table, having the world's biggest roulette table is kind of cool. There
That's
wasn't
just
even like
neat, like
yeah, there wasn't even a proper bar in here. But then I looked up and I saw that ceiling, and I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of neat. What a cool reference. Because this is dead ass Fremont Street.
oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm just every time you're looking up at it like that, I just am expecting to see someone come zipping by on the zip line.
I know, right? Anyway, yeah, casinos and hotels, good places to grab a drink, naturally.
Yeah, of course.
And the same remains true in the Mario universe.
I feel comfortable.
And then finally, for a little bit of natural beauty, we're here at our last location, Noki Bay. And Noki Bay, being the ancestral home of the Noki people, there's like two, I don't want to say races, I guess ethnic groups who live on, I don't know, they're different species actually. They look totally different. So there's two different species of humanoid
Inhabitants.
things, inhabitants of the Isle Delfino, the Pianta and the Noki. And this is their ancestral homeland. They have cool little shell towers, and I'm going to go down there and show you like what their houses look like, which I just discovered this last night, just closely kind of examining things. Very cool. But yeah, Noki Bay here is this very like built into the side of like a canyon, like architecture, ruins. I don't know. It has a lot of cool vibes to it. Like you could have a lot of fun exploring these like old ruins if you were actually here in real life, if this existed in real life. All these things built into the side of a canyon is very cool. And this is the very tippy top of Noki Bay. I mean, it has this great little natural spring. We got some grass, we got some shade trees, and just look at that look at those heights, look at that view. See down
Seriously.
at the waterfall there, and
Water just flowing out.
yeah,
Beautiful.
it's just a lot
Also,
of cool stuff
Just
up
looking
here.
down there like that,
Uh-huh.
like when you look down, like are those birds flying?
Yeah, birds are flying. No, there's a little like. Oh, those are birds. Yeah, those are birds.
Those are birds flying. So that's the thing. Like you're looking down at those birds flying, but the water is so clear. It's just because of the little bit of like ripples you see underneath when the birds fly.
Uh-huh.
And you don't look at the ripples. You're like, are those birds flying? Are those fish? Are those some sort of aquatic animal? Because of how high you're up and how clear the water is.
It almost looks like you're looking down at the sky.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's
Yeah.
I like this shot a lot. I think this is really cool. This is definitely a place where I would be cracking open a beer. I honestly wouldn't be cracking open a beer. This is where I would pull out a flask and a small glass, and I would be having a nice drink right here.
Oh, 100%. Especially after the hike to get up here, too, through all
Yes.
these ancient ruins.
My glass
Um,
wouldn't be fancy. What I'd be drinking would be real fancy though, because I'm like, this is
Something fancy in a flask and then out of a tin cup.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is gorgeous, and I'd like to experience that gorgeousness with something. I say fancy fancy for me, and it doesn't necessarily mean the price was high. I've had just something that when I taste them like that, to me that is a fancy thing.
Yeah. Kind of going back to our previous episode of this too. I like high up places, and I feel like and I like hiking and like a nice hike in this beautiful fucking environment, and then getting to the very top of this cliff and just kind of you can see the volcano over there, look out onto the bay, and just like, yeah, goddamn, this is a great place.
Awesome.
I would be absolutely fucking terrified of looking down over the edge like Mario is right now, though. Like, holy shit, am I high up?
Where you are right now?
Yeah.
Like, no, I would not.
Too close, my dude.
I would never be that close.
Take about 17 steps back. Yeah.
I'd be willing. I would get close to it so I could look down, but I would be on my belly to make sure most of me is behind me.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's the only way I would feel safe enough to get that close to the edge. I'd have to lay completely down.
If you look at this texture too, this is like not grass. This is moss.
It's moss. It's
That's slippery on top
Yep.
of everything else. Yeah, pass.
It's a hard danger for me.
Yeah.
And mentally danger for me. Unless I, of course, had like a parachute strapped on, in which case I'd be like, yeah, I'm fine.
I'll rip it. Yeah, let's go.
I'm literally about to jump down. I'm going to glide with those birds.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go in between these buildings. I get weird with my, like, my uncomfortability. I'm like, ooh, I could fall to my death right now. That's terrifying. I could jump down and float about and possibly die, but I'm like, it's fine. I brought something that should make it so I don't do that.
You at least have that safety net, right?
All of a sudden, I'm fine and great with it and doing stuff I really shouldn't do.
Yeah, man. The Noki homeland, though, has got a lot of character to it. The Nokis aren't really... They're not represented as much as the Piantas in this game. There's just, like, more Piantas kicking around. They control the capital, clearly. They got the statue of their, ancestral leader.
Ugh. I don't want to make this a race war, but...
I don't want to either. I feel... they all live in harmony, it seems like. There's Nokis
it does seem
everywhere.
that way. I'm on vacation, so...
That's fair, too.
No.
But they're definitely the more like reclusive, and they have a little bit of a smaller.
Perhaps they're more of the Aboriginals and not the.
I think they're both Aboriginal to the island.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because both their homelands are on the island.
They're just, are they though? It's crazy how you can assimilate.
That's true too.
And
yeah, maybe their King Kamehameha was a conqueror. Maybe they were from a different island, and he went around, and finally they settled in Delfino, but that's not where they're originally from. Yeah, that's a good call too.
Like, it's just lore building, and it is fun for me in that aspect. This is the sort of shit I'd literally be having a conversation with you if we were sitting up here having a drink right now.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
That's 100% what we'd be talking about.
It looks like the Nokis have been around just longer than the Pianta, too. Like, look at these shell structures they built. It's crazy.
They're so cool.
And I'm not going to Pianta Village in this one because I basically had you pick the last location, and you picked this one over Pianta Village. But it's compared to Pianta Village, that is piddly versus what they have going on here. Like, this is a proper city. And actually, let's do a quick cliff dive. Let's take a swig of Dutch Courage first.
Yep, I'll have a swig of that. He slips, just misses, hits his head at the front edge of it, and then... Oh, look at that water. It's so deep.
It's so deep. And
it is so
deep. And it's
so this
blue.
right here also is even more terrifying for me.
Right.
From up there, I'm like, oh, I can see how clear it is, and that's gorgeous. And getting down on top of the water, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is...
Goes into blackness, into nothing.
Like, I would die.
For real, yeah.
Just, like... My nerves, I'd be lost. It is gorgeous, but I would need all of the safety nets for this.
So I don't know how I didn't notice this as a kid, but these platforms I'm standing on are the Noki people's houses.
I was going to say, like...
There's, like, little windows
and stuff,
yeah.
right?
Because they're little, like, crab people
and
who
look,
live
there's
in...
the door.
Yeah. the little like crab people who live in shells and stuff, and so these little floating houses is where they make their
To be fair,
where they
they,
make their homes.
they weren't always crabby, but they had a lot of people come in and upset
They had a lot of
them.
issues with the Piantas apparently.
You'd be upset too if people just came in and started doing stuff.
For real.
No. Yeah, that's right. It's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Those are their houses are these like shell-like things that are just floating at the top of the water. Also, their house building technology is amazing,
Yeah, no kidding, right? To keep that buoyancy level up.
and also have a completely furnished house.
Yeah, for real.
Like, let's go.
Yeah, no kidding.
They're hermits without the hermit aspect of it.
Well, maybe they did steal their shells at one point.
This is nice. This is a nice little area.
It has a pleasant little backtrack too. I like this area a
I-
lot.
I like
it's very
it.
nice.
I
And
love
it's-
the water, being on the water. I am
yeah.
terrified of drowning and like being able to see that far down.
That
Like
lens
it gives
flare
you
right
that.
there. Ooh, that's a good shot.
That's a great shot. It gives you
Might
that.
be the thumbnail right there.
Gives you that fear of heights, and that fear of drowning all in once. When you look down into water, that is that crystal clear.
Yeah.
And you just see the depths go forever. It's like, oh my goodness.
Crazy, right? Anyway, we'll take one last look at that beautiful waterfall too, and then you can see a
Gorgeous.
rainbow.
Look at I was gonna say, look
You
at
see
the
a
rainbow.
rainbow.
Over the, like, come on.
It actually kind of moves too. There's like an optical effect as you
It
look
move-
in different
yeah,
directions.
it's
It moves. Yeah.
appropriately moving how it would move if you.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. All right, and so there you have it. That's the last stop on this tour. One blast place to go. Obviously, when you're leaving from your island vacation, you know what? The airport.
Let's go.
Well, here we are. Mario's taking a nap, just surrounded with discarded alcoholic vessels.
Look, it's been a long vacation.
Been a long vacation,
He's
man.
sleepy. He's waiting for his flight.
He's waiting for his flight. We're in the airport bar right now. Well, Delfino Airstrip Bar. Not an airport, it's an airstrip, technically. Which is kind of unique, too. They build, I guess, probably to keep the natural beauty of Isle Delfino, they build the airstrip away from the rest of the island.
Oh, yeah.
It's not on the island proper. It's like a floating. They build like pontoons and build a floating airstrip, and then they ferry you to the island.
Yep.
Kind of unique, yeah.
I mean, if
Great idea.
I would do that if I had an island that I owned that people were vacationing to.
Uh-huh.
I'd be like, yeah, you fly in over here, and it would be. I would own 2 islands because you would fly into an island that is close by, and then you would ship from that island over.
I mean, I know why they did this for gameplay reasons, but they should really have the airstrip on Pina Island because that's where the amusement park is.
Sure.
So a lot of people are going to this place just for the amusement park, I'm sure.
Sure, I get that.
And then also it's already noisy, so you're not worried about noise pollution or anything like that. And then
Still.
and that is a separate island from the rest of Delfino. So
Still, I'd be like, nah. I'd be like, you fly into a place. I don't know that I'd have the amusement park. I would want the airport its own thing entirely. Because once you ship over there, and you're flying out. Our shit's on time, hopefully.
hopefully, yeah. Well, maybe not in Mario's case. If it's on time, you might miss his flight.
Nothing for Mario is on time. If Mario is on time, which he more often than not is, he just he's on time once, and then everything else falls out of, and he's like, whatever else I had planned doesn't matter. I'm done. I have to rebook the entire world.
The entire world. Yeah.
But Mario gets a lot of problems thrown his way.
Yeah, he does.
I'm saving the princess. Okay, of course.
I guess I'll go save the princess
Yeah, princess, let's go on vacation. You gonna stay with me the entire... Oh, you're not? Okay, I'm just gonna make sure I bring a couple extra things with me then. You know, my save you overalls, because I'm gonna fucking need them.
Save you overalls. It's got special ones. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us on this little tour of Isle Delfino and Super Mario Sunshine.
It's beautiful. I honestly,
beautiful.
I don't know the
It's a
game
very
well.
pretty
I
game.
played the game one time and just a little bit of it, very little bit of it with you. So I was very old when I did it. This is gorgeous. This is a gorgeous place. that exists, and it makes me want to really play more of the game because it is just very beautiful to look at.
Absolutely, yeah, we should do that sometime.
There's a lot of nice places to hang out and have some beers.
Totally. So, guys, thank you for watching this episode. Thanks for all the support on the previous episode too. We heard you, and that's why we're doing more of these because we dig it. We like all the interaction that we got from that last episode. So, thank you guys so much. Make sure if you haven't already, like and subscribe naturally, and check out other stuff. Our links are there on YouTube, so check it out.
Also, let us know in the comments what games you'd like to see, what games you have for ideas of places to have a beer at.
Yeah, and of course, leave in the comments what places you think we skipped out on in this game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well,
Tell us what we missed.
until next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Beer on the keyboard with you and me. Cheers to this fucking wicked cool stream.